Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first three letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected The Return of Jafar. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Hello and welcome to Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by self-proclaimed non-experts. I'm Dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And I'm Craig Stew, and I'm Dunce number 2.
And I'm the third one. Boy, guys, this movie this week. God, I honestly didn't think I was going to make it. It was that bad. But hey, I guess you'd be surprised what you could live through.
What?
That's what they said in the movie a couple times.
Like 5 times.
About the movie itself?
No, I mean, they might as well have, but...
I'm not surprised.
I mean, it was terrible.
I didn't think it was terrible either. I also think I definitely saw this as a kid.
I wasn't sure until fucking what's his name showed up. As soon as they showed the bad guy, I'm like, oh, I know this fucking
Costanza?
movie.
Yes, Jason Alexander.
Yeah, Jason Alexander, whose name is
something ridiculous.
It's like a pun name. I just can't remember what it is.
Oh my god, yes, it was.
It's miserable, but it's not miserable.
Abysmal.
Abysmal.
That's what it was.
Yeah, there it is.
I feel like that's slightly racist to take a word like abysmal and like, oh, we'll make it Arabian.
It's
abysmal.
Not racist. I mean, it's not racist. It works.
Yeah.
It sounds Arabic or whatever. Abysmal.
Yeah.
It made me laugh. I'm like, that's so stupid.
I did like how this movie had one of the same thing that happened when we watched the birds. What the hell? Holy crap! The Three Caballeros.
Three Caballeros.
Oh yeah.
The same thing in the beginning where there's
the warning.
The warning about racism and whatever, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and,
I was waiting for something to happen.
I
But
really
it's like,
thought they were
going to
change his
turbans,
name.
I guess.
What?
Aladdin's?
No.
Isn't Aladdin a little too stereotypical?
No. Abysmal.
Abysmal. So for that to work, you went into the movie knowing his name already and said, "Oh, that's not gonna fly."
Yeah.
Was he in the cartoon though? Was Abysmal?
I feel like he was, because I remember him very well.
I do too. So like,
Yeah.
I feel like maybe he must have been in the cartoon.
It's likely, yeah.
Was Seinfeld already off the air or going downhill by this point?
Probably was on air at this point.
And they got George Costanza for their direct-to-VHS movie?
I mean,
got Homer Simpson
Wayne
for
Knight
it.
was in a bunch of stuff too, right? So like, this is the peak of their, Plus, if he was in the cartoon too, maybe he was voicing the character in the cartoon. Also,
That seems right, because I know the cartoon feels like it follows directly after this, because the cartoon is all about, Iago being the good guy.
Yeah, like who knew that we needed
entirely of this movie was.
Who knew we needed that like redemption arc for Iago?
We didn't need it. I fucking accepted it. I'm like, yeah, Iago's a good guy. That's fine with me. In fact, I was surprised when he didn't redeem himself rewatching the movie the first time. I'm like, oh, Iago gets stuck in a lamp? I could have sworn he was in the cartoon and he was a pal.
Yeah, Seinfeld, I think,
because I remember Iago kicking the fucking lamp into the lava, which turns out, oh, that's this movie.
Seinfeld was still going on, by the way, with this, because Aladdin came out in 92.
But when was this?
Aladdin 2 came out 94.
When was Seinfeld off the air?
98.
Seinfeld was on for longer than 2 years. What the fuck are you asking?
No, I thought Craig was all like, Aladdin 1 came out such and such year. And that
the worst thing is, like, I type in Aladdin 2, and the first thing that comes up is Aladdin 2 for 2025, because they're doing a sequel to that one, the live action one.
Of course they are.
I'll take that. Like, I would love to see Gilbert Gottfried. Wait, is he dead?
Yes, he is, bud.
Is Wayne Knight dead?
Yes, he is, bud. White Knight wasn't in any of these.
No, I'm thinking that because at the very beginning, I was all like, is this Wayne Knight? I can't tell. And then I realized why he was familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was him at first for some reason.
The other portly white guy.
Wayne Knight was in Hercules.
He was in Hercules.
Who is he?
He was the guy who had the pottery shop.
Who was probably also in the cartoon at some point, right? Probably.
Oh, well, imagine. I know Gilbert Gottfried was.
It's funny how this movie got, like, I'm pretty sure everybody except for Robin Williams, right? Are they all the original actors?
No, Jasmine was not.
Oh, wasn't? Okay.
That was not the original Jasmine. Holy shit. I don't even think that was the original Sultan. They got Aladdin, they got Jafar, and they got Iago. I guess
it's all you really need
probably
anyway.
Still, Frank Welker, I'm pretty sure. So I'm sure he's still doing it because he does fucking everything.
Who is he?
Abu? He's a monkey.
Oh, okay.
But the guy who did the genie, I thought did a pretty good job though, considering he's not Robin Williams, but you know,
Dan Castellane. I can never fucking say his name. It's Homer Simpson. I can look at it. He sounds like Homer Simpson. I mean, if you're gonna have to do someone who, it's hard. It's impossible to follow up Robin Williams as a genie, but he did as good of a job that he can, and that's fine.
Now, I have a question for you. In the original Aladdin, that Arabian Nights song, was that sung by Robin Williams? Are you sure?
Yes.
What makes you so sure?
Let me look.
I'm not sure. I feel like it could have been.
Yeah, because he did the intro
I was gonna say,
of it.
I feel like maybe it was because he was the salesman who was telling he was the narrator.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure.
It's by Bruce Adler.
Okay.
Which version?
The original one.
Did they use the original one here?
I felt like it was different, but I don't know.
It definitely sounded slightly different.
Yeah.
Did they get Homer Simpson to sing it?
Well, they didn't get Robin Williams to sing it originally, apparently.
We don't know that.
It'd be weird to get Homer Simpson to sing it.
I'm going to go to Google now. Because I don't know.
I just
well, now we have two
already.
Guys on Google. Yeah, I don't know why he's
because it was being
it.
sung by the peddler. It says, which was like
that was Robin Williams.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
that's what brought this whole thing about, Greg.
It says singing voice by the late Bruce Adler. It specifically says that.
Okay. There we go. That's fine with me. I'm going to accept that answer. That sounds truthful.
Alternate version of the song utilizing lyrics from the original demo was later featured in the Return of Jafar, performed by Brian Hannon.
There we go.
Which, by the way, is the movie we watched. I don't know if we actually even said that.
Wait, said what?
The alternative was what? Aladdin 2 that doesn't come out in 2025?
That's the name of the movie we watched. Return of Jafar, because he came back. Spoilers.
The title of the movie. I think you're fine saying that. I said that the movie fucking ended like 2 minutes ago. What does it matter?
Man.
Oh, man. I don't even know what to do about this movie. Nothing happens in it. It's not very good.
It's not even an hour and a half. Fine. It's barely a movie.
No, it's an hour and 12 minutes.
It's like a TV special.
That's probably the best part about this movie is that it knew to end.
Yeah, like they were like, okay, we're going to do hour 10 minutes with credits. Nice hour, maybe. And I had a nice hour. I was doing other things during it. So I don't know if you can truly say that I watched the movie. And I'll admit that I may not have watched this movie. But I had it on in the background.
You didn't watch any of the movies. That's just kind of your thing.
Yeah, like I tried to watch it at first, but then I got distracted by something.
Yeah, that's not a reason. You got distracted, pause it, do the thing you're distracted by, and then go back to it. You're supposed to watch the movie. That's the whole point of this.
I think we need it from all perspectives.
Starting next week, though. I'm not going to watch the movies.
What do you
I've
mean?
decided next week I'm not going to watch the movies.
I need to look at the schedule and see what we're doing next week.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to watch it.
Because I feel like you're going to be missing out.
I'll leave it on. Oh, I know what it is, but we'll get that at the end of the podcast like we do.
Okay.
And also, I know for a fact I'm not going to be missing out, buddy.
I don't know. Craig, what were you going to say? Or sing?
I was just singing the song.
He's singing Arabian Nights, yeah.
Craig just wants to get into the movie.
This is his demo for Aladdin 2.
Arabian Days.
Did Will Smith sing the first one?
Did Will Smith sing in the first one? Is the real question. And the answer is he kind of spoke over words.
Oh, yeah. The Friend Like Me rap thing or whatever.
Yeah, that happened.
Maybe it wasn't even rap. I forget what it was like.
Is he not going to be in the sequel because he slapped Chris Rock?
You know what? That would be an improvement. I would wager I would be okay with that. He did not add much to that movie. And that's fine because nothing did. That movie sucked a whole bucket of fucking dicks, and that's okay.
What would even be the plot of Aladdin 2? Because we
Jafar
certainly know.
returns.
No, there's no way they're doing
Iago turns
this.
a new leaf. Is Iago in that movie?
I think so, but I forget if he actually talked.
I don't think he had a voice.
He was definitely in it, but I don't think he talked.
That sucks. What a bad movie.
So do you think it's still going to be this?
Yeah, of course it will.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Craig,
there's nothing about it.
You think you're just going to make a character like Abysmal and leave him on a shelf the rest of his life?
Look, maybe they get Jason Alexander back to play the live action version of Abysmal.
There we go. Perfect. A perfect movie. I'll watch
the problem is they couldn't do that in 2025 when this movie's supposed to come out.
wait, do you think that in order to get Jason Alexander to fit in with everyone else, they're going to... Oh, what did they do
get
with...
him a tan.
Yeah, do you think they're going to do that?
No, they wouldn't do that because they don't do that anymore. They cast actors of the correct nationality.
Who is the George Costanza?
They don't even do it anymore for voice roles.
The Middle
correct
East.
nationality.
I need to see the George Costanza of the Middle East. This is what I want.
I'm sure there's someone.
Like, you don't even have to, like, look the part. You can just have, like, a little Middle East in you. Wait, do we know that Jason Alexander isn't from there?
We don't know that, actually.
Craig, find out Jason Alexander's ethnicity.
His parents were Jerry Stiller and what's her name?
Is this...
If you told me Jerry Stiller was Arabic, I'd say, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, we need Jerry Stiller's origin story. Wait, is that the man from the show, or is that his actual father?
That is the man from the show. I was just trying to make a joke.
Okay.
I just went with it. I think you got confused.
I got confused. Yes.
The guy with a completely different name, that's... Is that his real dad?
I don't know.
His real name is J. Scott Greenspan.
Whoa!
Known professionally
Wait,
as Jason Alexander.
Don't dead name him.
Wait,
That's
is he
not cool.
he the newsman? Greenspan?
No, but he's the son of Jewish parents. Technically Middle East.
Never.
Right?
Yeah, there we go. I think it works.
Guys, we can get him in the movie. And now you can actually make him tan because it won't be offensive, right?
Did not know he was a Jew.
I mean, he kind of looks it, right?
You know what? I kind of thought he was too, but and George Costanza is not Jewish, so...
Hey, that's the thing. Like, you think they would have just made him Jewish?
Because Jerry is very Jewish. So.
Yeah, Jerry's Jew as they come.
Like, you could...
It's like a plot point every other episode.
You could already tell that he was Jewish, though, right? Because he has the missing hair in the yarmulke spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how male pattern baldness works. It's not genetics. It's how you wear your yarmulke. If you wear it enough, it just kind of, the hair just goes away.
That's what happened to Craig and his dad.
I don't think that's what happened. I don't think I've ever seen Craig with a yarmulke. Craig, how many times have you worn a yarmulke? You could probably count it on one hand.
Yeah, maybe like 4 times.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That reminds me now, though.
Some fucking yarmulke.
Have you ever seen a Jewish person, like an older one that isn't bald?
Yes, absolutely I have.
Name them.
Name them.
Yeah.
I bet I can go outside. I'll hang out at the street corner. They'll come by. I live next to
My
something.
dad has friends who are not bald, who are Jewish.
See?
Are you sure they didn't get like surgeries or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, there goes that theory. Sorry
He
about
wore
that.
a yarmulke 4 times. Who do you fucking think? He super glued it each
Are you
time?
saying? Are you trying to say the yarmulke makes you bald? Is that what you're?
That's what he's been saying for the past 5 minutes. But
No, like not just that, but I feel like there are certain characteristics of
My brother's
people
not
of
bald,
that-
and he's worn the yarmulke probably just as often as I have,
Oh.
if not more.
if
so
not more. He's been to a couple more bar mitzvahs than I have.
I'll believe that. It's a popular guy.
Okay. But do we know that he hasn't been using product or anything to make sure his hair stays on his head after the yarmulke is torn off?
That I.
Okay, wait. What's your fucking excuse then, Richard? Because I know you're using product to keep your hair there. What are you doing? Where's your yarmulkes? How many bar mitzvahs are you going to?
I mean, I guess more than Craig.
If I remember, I don't think. Have you actually seen how people wear a yarmulke? Because it's not here. It's not at the fucking front. It's kind of in the back where I would say
I still have-
was your major concern.
Uh-huh.
I'm
You-
saying his baldness does not match one that would be yarmulke based.
Okay, I think that this is a great opportunity for a sponsorship if anyone wants to, because I have pictures of myself before I started using product that I had to send to their online doctors. And then I have pictures of my hair now. Actually, I don't have pictures of my hair now, but I could take pictures of my hair now. So if any sponsors want to start sponsoring this show, I'll name which service you are, or it might coincide with the product that I use.
I think more impressive would probably be just getting Craig to use it.
Craig,
I'm
would
pretty
you
sure
start?
they're not good for you though. Like,
Wait, why are they not good for you?
no, I hear that some of them have like serve stuff with like blood pressure and shit, and I'm like, I ain't playing with that kind of crap.
I don't know how true that is.
I don't know. I heard something about that.
I
It's chemicals.
eat one. And I put
you
the other
use
on my head.
chemicals every day. What are you talking about? Chemicals?
I don't give a shit. I'm not so,
Craig.
vain, I guess, that I need to
Craig.
put a shit in my hair to
Craig.
get it.
Craig. This is about making money. This is not about your personal
Yeah,
feelings.
this
Oh,
is
okay.
sponsorship
I
material.
think you missed that part. Like, who gives a fuck about Richard? He wasn't balding to begin with. He was just terrified of it because of his family. I get that. With you, it would be impressive if it actually worked.
If it works, yeah, that'd be pretty
Yes,
crazy.
very noticeable. Richard is
Wait.
like, hey guys, if you squint, you can kind of see my scalp and the light hits it. It's like, well, yeah, but that's anyone
Wait,
that's ever existed.
Does my family have a Craig situation in which the elder brother has gone bald and the younger hasn't? Craig?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
my brother is not bald.
Okay.
Although it's definitely, I can tell it's thinning.
I think do we want to have him start using the sponsorship product as well?
It's going to be the same
brother?
situation, like maybe that you're in, I guess. But he has longer hair, so it's probably more noticeable.
Maybe. I don't know. Sponsors, if you want to come at us, DisneyDunces@gmail.com.
I think the problem is to get sponsors, you'd also have to have listeners. And no one's listening to this. And I don't blame them.
Maybe the guy who runs one of these companies is a big time Dunces listener.
Just a huge one. Okay, well, I know
Maybe it's our number
like
one fan.
80% of our audience.
Maybe our number one fan's like family runs it.
Our number one fan is barely a teen.
That's what I'm saying. They're family.
They're family.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I sent him the screenshot of our Discord conversation.
All of it? You're just supposed to send Craig's part.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, I was going to reiterate that too, but I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I need to be told
He's not
these
that
things.
stupid. I literally said, oh, send the picture of what Craig said. I literally
I still owe
told you
them
the thing.
T-shirts. I'm not going to forget this. You may not get it for 2 years, but I won't forget.
Guys, if you also are our number one fan, please email disneydunces@gmail.com and I will send your email to the Discord conversation and I will provide you back a screenshot of how we react.
I'd hate this. Don't do that.
Okay. In that case, where do we go with the movie? Because
nowhere. This isn't a movie. This is it's like a TV special. It's fucking. It was an excuse for them to have Gilbert Gottfried in the cartoon.
Okay, so
all it was.
So the plot of the movie is that Aladdin is scamming Abiz Mal's treasure. He's like stealing from
Abiz
scamming.
Mal is taking some treasure.
There's no scam. He just took it. He didn't trick him into it. He just walked up and said, "Hey, Abismal, this is mine now. See ya."
So Aladdin is stealing from the rich grave robbers and giving back to the poor, right?
No, he's stealing from someone else who's stealing and then giving it to some poor people. Yeah,
It's Robin Hood.
No, he's not, because he's not stealing from the rich. Abismal is nothing. He's just a common thief.
Yeah, some might
finally found a score.
Yeah, some might say a street rat.
Sure, we can call him a street rat. I don't buy that. But yeah, that's it. It's just Aladdin happened to also find this treasure and he decided, I want it more. Abismal, so you can go fly a kite.
And that kind of sparks the rivalry between them, right?
I don't know if it's rivalry. It's very one-sided.
Wait, what do you mean by one-sided?
Like Abismal is just like, oh, that Aladdin, that guy sucks, and Aladdin's all like,
the rivalry is like it's on both. Like you said, it's on both sides.
It's both sides. I think like Gary Oak and Ash Ketchum, kind of a rivalry thing going on there. Even though if Gary wouldn't admit it, he obviously thinks about what thinks about what he. Oh my god, I can't say it.
So is
words.
Aladdin
he cares about what
the
Ash
Gary
thinks about
Oak
him and
of the franchise?
Because it's not a rivalry. It's literally one moment where they both found a treasure, Aladdin stole it, and then Abismal was all like, I'm gonna kill that Aladdin, I guess.
It's like Goku and Vegeta.
Yes, another good rivalry.
Wait, so this is a rivalry?
It's like Naruto Uzumaki and the other guy who he kisses on. What's his name? Sasuke. Uchiha.
Sasuke.
There it is. I got there. It's been a while since I watched Naruto.
I was trying to think of like another comparison just so that I could, be cool. But
yeah, but you keep thinking about Abismal and Aladdin. It just doesn't work.
I don't know.
I'm sorry for taking Gary and Ash from you.
It's okay. I'll figure something out. Like there's One Piece with Luffy and the Jolly Roger, right?
Nope.
Is that the other?
Doesn't sound like anything to me.
Who's the king of the pirates?
Gold Roger.
Red.
Gold Roger.
Is that it then?
There's no rivalry between Luffy and Gold Roger. Gold Roger's dead by the time the show starts.
Is there a rivalry between Luffy and anyone? Oh, yeah, Maggie Simpson and the baby with the unibrow. That's a good rivalry. You know that one.
That one?
Sure.
Okay, we got it. We got there, guys.
We each got one, boys. Good for us.
And we made it Disney relevant. In which I can say for a fact, I have decided to abandon Simpsons and just watch Netflix documentaries. So there you go, Simpsons. You
were supposed to watch all the Simpsons.
Dude, I'm around like season 14, 16, somewhere around there.
That's like what, halfway?
It's rough though.
That's what, halfway? You made it halfway?
Do you want to know which episode I stopped at?
Sure.
Okay, well, actually, it's going to take me just a minute to launch Disney Plus.
Well, me and Craig will talk about something else. Craig, what is the deal with...
What?
Remember that scene from Full Alchemist where that girl gets turned into a dog?
Yeah. It's very sad.
Shit was fucked. That was fucked up.
It's very fucked up.
It was fucked up.
Edward.
Oh man,
who's the
I don't
rival
know why
in
that
that?
was the first thing that the rival. Well, it was the girl and the dog until they joined forces.
They fused.
They fuse.
I saw
like
a really
Dragon
good.
Ball Z.
I saw a really good T-shirt of the girl and the dog doing the fusion dance.
the fusion dance. That's really fucking good. I would love to have that. Find that later.
So fucking sad. Shout Tucker. What a piece of shit.
Man, what a good show though. Both of them.
They are both fantastic.
Yeah, it's crazy that they managed to do that. That's like I feel like that's a hard thing to pull off.
There's no other show that you could say that they did it twice very well.
Yeah,
you know,
no.
like because it was done. You know, obviously Brotherhood people consider the better one, and I do think overall it was a better show.
I'm okay with saying that, but the first one was still good.
The first one was very good and it has some parts of it that are like, in my opinion, better than Brotherhood. Some aspects of it are better. So
I'm trying to think of other shows that managed to like do it twice and still, succeed. Like Twin Peaks, is that considered?
No, it doesn't count because that's a continuation. They didn't redo it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just they did a really good show and they had to go back to redo it because they ended up finishing the anime before the manga was done. That's why Brotherhood exists. It more so followed the manga, but it was still like they did a good job even without it. Like, yeah, probably a little weaker at the end, I would say, but still good overall.
Definitely at the end, it kind of
but again, still good, and I'm glad they did it, and it still holds strong. So Simpsons, where did you end?
When comic book guy tries to marry Edna Krabappel.
I get it. She's attractive.
Yeah.
I'd hit it.
I can't even remember anything about that episode. Just because
I vaguely remember it, which makes me think maybe I saw it.
Yeah. I mean, you probably have. Like, I imagine you probably have seen like a lot that you just don't remember because that's just later Simpsons. But I don't know. It's a shame what happened to that show. But I don't know.
It's making the money. That's all it needs to do, right?
I guess so, right?
Yeah. It's just it's a, what do you call it? A brand, essentially, at this point.
Oh, I guess so. And
that's
like,
the point of it living.
They can't even put like Bart Simpson on Butterfingers anymore. So like, why are they keeping it alive? Like, what are they selling still?
Simpsons tapped out.
Are people still playing that?
Still playing it, still making money hand over fist.
And you think that's why Simpsons is still relevant?
I don't think that's just why Simpsons. No, Simpsons is still relevant because the show is still going.
Oh, okay.
And because the show is still going, they can constantly keep updating Simpsons Tapped Out and keep it relevant.
Okay, I have a question here.
Yeah, what's up?
Like, once they end, where do you think it's going? Do you think it's going to be more like a Garfield or a Charlie Brown type of situation?
It's already reached the Garfield level. What are you talking about?
Wait, what's the Garfield level?
I assume by Garfield you mean how it's become this ridiculous internet thing, which, I feel like I talked about the Garfield thing before.
I need to hear it again.
It's hard because the Garfield thing is so complex, but it is so much more. It's now greater than the sum of its parts, where I guess Garfield has... It's kind of always been destined to outlive Jim Davis.
Okay.
Because that's kind of how Garfield started. It was this cartoon that was about Jim Davis himself and his life as a cartoonist. He also had this silly cat. People loved the silly cat so much that was just became the focus of it. And it was so fixated on the cat and has remained fixated on the cat to this point where Jim Davis, who's not even a part of it anymore, he's trained people to write the comics. He has he has a workshop, like a Paws Inc. workshop, where he trains people to follow his signature Garfield style.
He just trains people and he's not actually involved anymore?
Correct. Yes. That's on it. He has it's like the Paws Inc. studio or something like that. It's this is what a Garfield comic is. It's this many panels. This is the style of jokes that you do. So they all make the comics and everything, and he's just not even a part of it.
Imagine if Simpsons went this route.
Simpsons is that route.
Do you really think that people have been trained meticulously in order to make these episodes?
Well, they didn't have to because unlike Garfield, like Simpsons has fans. People who are writing for The Simpsons were fans of The Simpsons who also happened to graduate from Harvard.
Uh-huh.
So the people writing The Simpsons are people who are trying to make The Simpsons, and it just becomes this stagnant bullshit now.
Is that what Garfield is now?
Garfield has always been stagnant bullshit.
Oh, okay.
But the internet took that and ran with it and made it so much more than what it was.
So are there new Garfield comics and panels coming out still?
I believe Garfield is still ongoing, yes. Or else there would be no point for Jim Henson's fucking Paws Inc. workshop where he trains people to write Garfield. And there's still Garfield shows coming out.
What about Family Circus?
What about Family Circus?
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I only know about Garfield.
Because Family Circus, that's one of my favorite ones.
Is it?
Yeah, the kids were more relatable than anything in Garfield.
I feel like if it was more your favorite one, then you'd know the answer to your own question whether Family Circus is still running.
No, it's not like I'm getting the newspaper. Like, why would I get a newspaper just to see Family Circus?
What do you mean?
I'm not giving a nickel each time I want to see Family Circus.
Why
probably
not?
Even more than that. Probably like a $1 for the Sunday funnies.
I have no idea.
I don't either. Craig, what's your favorite comic book panel? And by comic book panel, I mean Sunday newspaper panel.
I believe they call them the funnies.
I don't think I've ever read a newspaper comic.
Really?
Spoken like a true Marmaduke fan. This guy. Look at him.
Do you guys remember when Jafar came back?
Not really.
Greg, you're the only one who wants to talk about the movie. There's so many more interesting things to talk about.
Hours ago.
Because I guess we also have to talk about this, in which we have Return of Jafar, in which I don't even know what they did. They tried to make this a somewhat musical too, or at least have songs.
It was definitely a musical. It had songs. It had like 5 songs. What are you talking about? Somewhat musical.
I mean, I guess 5 songs in a 1 hour.
They weren't good. Gilbert Gottfried sang fucking 2 of them, if you could believe that.
Who sang the other ones?
Jafar had one. Jafar's song, I will say this, it was probably the better of them, for sure. The best one in the movie. The Genie had a song, and we, of course, started with Arabian Nights.
Okay. Yeah. I guess my problem is that I didn't see the movie. So what was Jafar's end goal? Just revenge on Aladdin?
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
And what was Iago's goal?
Iago's goal was to live in the castle again, the palace.
Okay, so that's why you wanted to buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they were so nice to him, and he started to say like, "Wow, why am I such a dick?"
Like he schemed to get into their good graces, and then once he was there, he was all like, "Oh, this is pretty good, actually. This is nice.
Yeah,
these guys are nice. What are we doing? Why don't I genuinely be nice to them as they're genuinely being nice to me?" Again, it was
especially when
cute.
Jafar is such a dick to him.
An absolute just asshole.
But what was the deal with him and Abismal?
Abismal found his lamp.
He stumbled across the lamp.
Yeah.
But didn't Jafar had to what's the word? Like drag him along and make sure that what did he even wish for?
Abismal first he wished for the sunken treasure ship of whatever the fuck. So he just like snaps him there, but the sunken treasure of whatever the fuck is under the water. So Abismal used his second wish to get out of there.
I feel like that was a little unfair because it's not like he said, bring me to it. He said, I want it.
Yeah, and he brought him to it so we can have it. I don't think it's you know what a djinn is, Craig? Do you know the legend of the genie?
I know that, and that's the whole
point.
shtick. But like, I think he worded it correctly. Is what I'm saying.
Did he? He wanted the treasure. He brought him to the treasure so he could have it.
Just bringing him to it doesn't mean he has it. He has to then get it to where he's
nothing. He was right in front of it. He could have got it.
I don't know.
I mean, he also could have wished.
Look, he said if he said bring me the treasure of whatever the fuck and put it right over there, not on top of me, and give me access to it forever and for eternity for no one having a problem with it, then yes, he would have worded it correctly. But what do you say?
Okay.
Yeah, give me the treasure. Then, well, here it is. Go and get it. He gave it to him.
That's what I like about genies. Like, I feel like
they're assholes.
Well, I feel like the blue genies, like you don't have to worry about your wording as much, but the red genies, that's where you have to be a little careful with your words. That's it.
I feel like he's basing his entirety of genies off of Aladdin and Aladdin 2.
I mean, what else have you seen genies in?
I believe the Legend of the Jinn is like a whole thing.
Don't you know Legend of the Magical Lamp or whatever that monster card from Yu-Gi-Oh?
What are you? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Remember?
No,
It was in Kaiba's
sorry.
deck.
I don't.
It was like an
remember.
1800 attack monster or something like that.
Oh, 1800. Why didn't you say?
Maybe it was 1700 attack. It was a beast. You needed that one.
So how does that work if you don't like read the card correctly? It attacks you instead.
Actually, it was just a genie. I'm just saying that was a genie that I knew of.
Great. Can you name any more?
No fucking clue where
What
he was
about
going with that.
Shaq? He was a genie.
He wasn't white. He wasn't white. Well, he wasn't white. He wasn't blue or red, Richard.
Yes.
How would you handle a Shaq situation? You walk around, you stumble upon a ghetto blaster, you give it a nice little rub, and then boom, Kazam shows up. How are you wording your wishes?
I don't know. How does he look?
He looks like Shaq. It's literally Shaquille O'Neal.
I'd be a little weary at first,
Okay.
I think.
So your
Like-
first wish, you word it as carefully as possible.
I think I'm wording all of my wishes carefully, but if there's like a high stakes situation in which things are tense, like I'm going to be a little more loose with my lips, if you know what I mean. Wink.
You're gonna kiss Shaq?
Like, no. I'm not going to kiss him, but
You're
you
gonna
know.
seduce him to get you out of this situation and not waste a wish?
I mean, some genies can do that though, can't they? Like, I feel like
Some genies can be seduced by you. What are you saying?
I'm not saying that genies can
Shaq
or
got seduced.
cannot be seduced, but I'm saying that genies don't mind using their powers in non-wish situations. If they like you. You have your hands on your lips for some reason, and I don't know why.
I just want to let you finish because I'm just trying to figure out what the.
I've landed. Okay.
I don't even know.
What questions do you have?
It's weird that you think you're likable enough that Shaquille O'Neal uses universal powers to fucking save your ass
I mean, in
any given
Kazam,
situation.
what were the wishes?
You wanted junk food
Yeah, I
to rain
remember
from
that.
the sky.
Wait, I thought he
wanted-
just did that as a friend. I didn't
don't
think
know.
that it took a wish.
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
What do you? I don't know. I felt like maybe he tricked him into doing it.
Oh, okay. Now, I think that like the most fitting discussion that we can have for this movie is if you ran into a lamp a second time, like if the genie returned and you had another 3 wishes, what would they be?
Wait, what?
On our first podcast, we answered if we had 3 wishes, what would we wish for? And
Did
now,
we?
and now we returned and we're getting another 3.
What was my first 3? I have to know that before I can do my second 3.
I don't know.
I
didn't
might
go
wish for
back.
the same things again.
That's going to be on you then.
My first wish is that I wish I knew what I wished for.
Holy shit. So then that's 2 wishes that you have.
I'm going to, that's fine because potentially I'm going to throw 1 wish away so I don't throw away all 3. And I'm comfortable with that.
Holy shit. That's like 4D chess and we're playing checkers.
Yep. All right, it's you and Craig's turn. Now we'll go 1 wish at a time. We don't need to do all 3 at once.
Craig?
What is my wish?
Yeah.
3.
Your 4th wish. You already did your
Yeah.
first 3
Yeah,
last
I
podcast.
don't remember what my first 3 was.
That's too bad. What's
Too
your
bad.
4th wish?
Also, we all agree we can't steal each other's wishes. Right?
Okay, well then I'd also wait. What was your wish?
I
Don't
wish
worry
I knew
about
what
it.
I
No,
wished
no,
for
no.
the first time.
That's it. I would want to know the same thing though, because I don't.
No, you can't steal my wish. We agreed upon this before you said that.
I wish. I wish I knew what Casca was wishing for. Oh no, I'm in this. Sorry, I wish.
My next two wishes. What are you wishing to know?
No. I take that back. I wish that I was allowed to use the same wish.
So Greg's gonna burn two of them. All right, that's fair. All right, Richard, your turn. What do you wish for? What's your first wish?
I wish that Craig didn't have any more wishes.
That's so mean.
I'm sorry, but he's trying to skirt the rules too much with this, and I think he just
All right,
doesn't
Craig,
deserve
I'm
a
sorry,
5.
Isn't that all about the genies, though, is skirting the rules?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's their job, but Richard took it upon himself to do it too. So Craig's out of wishes. All right, now I get to my second wish, and I wish Richard gets no more wishes because I don't trust him now.
How did you know I was going to take your wishes?
You know what? I had a thought. It's just a feeling.
I like how in this
I knew where this
situation
was
we
going.
all have lamps, though, apparently. And genies. We each have our own genie, and we're all using them at the same time.
Genie. Yeah, that's fine. What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying. It's just.
Yeah. And for my final wish, I want all the genies to be free.
That's a shitty wish.
Now I have 3 genie friends, and we can start a new podcast. Disney Dunces 2, baby.
You know,
Let's
it's
go.
a real damn shame because for my 5th wish, I was going to wish for my genie to be more attractive. You could have had an attractive genie if you didn't take away my wishes.
Why do you want
They can choose to be more attractive. It's up to them. I'm not going to force that on them. That's creepy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're a terrible person.
I mean, I at least
And
didn't waste my wishes like you, Craig.
Richard, when you consider attractive is himself, I don't think I want that for my genie. I'm good.
It'd look just like Pinky and Gaston. Oh, but yeah.
So yeah, that's the podcast.
I mean, I liked everything about this podcast. Maybe not everything about this movie.
I don't like anything about this podcast or this movie.
Then how do we improve it?
The movie or the podcast?
I think it's more important to address how we make the podcast better first.
Okay, we get rid of everyone on it. It's a good start.
And replace it with genies?
You know what? I think people would be more interested in listening to 3 genies than 3 idiots.
Okay, it's going to be called 3 Genies in a Bottle. That's the podcast. And that's all I got. Just that name.
Just waiting for what happens next? Is it like what do they review drinks? Is that why it's 3 genies in a bottle? What kind of podcast is this?
No, you just put them in the same room.
It's actually a Christina Aguilera podcast.
It's 3 Christina Aguileras?
No, we discussed Christina Aguilera's. Oh, Aguilera.
We are the genies.
Yeah.
How many Christina Aguileras are there to talk about?
That's the one.
How many Christina Aguileras does it take to make a podcast?
I think she can handle it by herself.
I think
She's
so
very
too.
talented.
She's a gift.
I don't even remember anything she did after that.
Do you have to? You just had the line where you have to rub her the right way, and it's just like, you're there, boys.
Like, at first I was all like, oh yeah, like, you could definitely have her host a podcast, and there's enough to talk about. But then I thought about it, and I was confusing her for Gwen Stefani, who I think is still relevant.
They're both still relevant. What are you talking about?
What's Christina Aguilera doing then?
She's in Nintendo Switch commercials.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Wait, was she a host on one of those shows, the singing shows, like either The Voice or Masked Singer?
I think she was on one of them, but also was Gwen Stefani. So I don't know.
Maybe we're just confusing all of them. I don't know.
She has a bunch of songs.
Which one?
Can't remember.
Are you confusing them too?
No, I'm not confusing them. Gwen Stefani was No Doubt.
Uh-huh.
She was no doubt what? A talent?
No doubt a talent, yeah.
Is that where it comes from? They were on King of the Hill. I just remembered that.
You're thinking of ZZ Top.
No, I'm thinking of No Doubt because
You are
of,
beautiful, no matter what you say. Remember that one?
was that Gwen Stefani?
That was Christina Aguilera.
Aguilera.
Man. Okay, so we know how to make the podcast
What do you guys
better.
think Kelly Clarkson up to?
We
We need a third, so I just
No,
figured maybe
she's
Kelly Clarkson.
also on that show
She
with
has a
Christina
sh-
Aguilera.
No, she has a
and-
show. Doesn't she have a talk show? Or had a
Oh,
talk
maybe.
show? She did.
But I think
She could do more than one thing.
Yeah.
She could do the podcast with Christina Aguilera and
Gwen Stefani.
Stefani,
But
why
I think
not?
she was also a voice host or something as
so
well.
there's a history there. They probably have some chemistry. It'd be great to listen to.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
You don't
think
want to
they
stick
were,
three strangers in a room and have them talk to each other. That's what this fucking show is. Look how well that's going.
we have a number one fan. And we enjoy our
It's
company.
not hard when there's three of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's still going on.
What?
The Kelly Clarkson Show. It's a
I thought
daytime.
you were talking about the podcast.
It's a daytime variety talk show.
Oh, okay.
She could still do a podcast. I'm sure Ellen had one before everyone hated her.
I mean, I still like Ellen. I don't think she's that bad of a person, right?
What did she do?
She's just rude. And
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the only thing she did was she's tough to work for. I think.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
that was essentially.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know.
It just kind of came off as two-faced, giving what her show is and what she
Oh.
does on there.
'Cause
That's the problem.
Because she seems like super nice, like on the show.
Exactly, but when and it turns out the camera's off and she's pretty nasty, it makes an impact.
Was there specific like examples of what she did?
I'm sure there was. I don't remember them. How long ago was that at this point?
God, it had to be like 8 years. But
it was that, and then it was also during the pandemic. She's like in her fucking mansion and just like, oh guys, what can you do? This is miserable. This is hard. Life is difficult. It's like it was like okay, Ellen. It's just it all like fucking when that happened. It was like okay, what the fuck?
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, just like double down on it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have coffee with her if she asked.
Sure, I'm sure she. Well, if it was on the show, she'd love to. I'm sure too.
I don't know. She had it with Jerry Seinfeld and she just seemed sad.
Dude. When did this happen?
I don't know. They were in the car together getting coffee. That's
This
all.
was before everything went down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she just seems sad.
Yeah, like, I don't know. She's just like, yeah, paparazzi suck. And I don't know. I think she was just complaining a lot.
That's fair.
But I don't know. Is Jerry still doing that
I was
show?
gonna say she was hanging out with Jerry. She probably felt comfortable to complain with him for some reason.
Jerry,
Actually,
I mean,
yo.
Jerry loves to complain. So
I know he does.
Okay, so this reminds me, because I'm now looking at our Discord conversation in which
Yeah.
you sent the trailer for Cars on the Road. I didn't actually look at it, but I immediately think of comedians in cars getting coffee or whatever.
On the road, yeah.
And is this basically the same thing in which it's just like a show of like two buddies just driving to like a gas station?
No.
Oh, then
It's
what's
just a
Cars
car-
on the Road?
like a Cars TV
Cars
show.
on the Road is the Cars. We're gonna call Baymax a TV show because I'm sure it's in the same vein as Baymax. I'm sure they're gonna be like 10 minutes short.
Yeah, series of shorts, yeah.
Yeah. It's about Mater, and he has to go see his sister for some reason. So he going, I'm gonna go on a road trip.
There's a
And
wedding.
Owen Wilson's like,
His sister's wedding.
wow. Oh, it's his sister's wedding. Okay.
I watched
Owen
the
Wilson's
trailer
like,
before we started the podcast.
okay.
I did not interact with the trailer.
It's a good trailer. I'm looking at the trailer and I'm seeing parts of this is what Cars should have evolved into instead of what Cars became.
So it's basically, it's probably just going to be like series of shorts in which there's like an end goal for the overall.
It's just they're on a road trip
Okay.
and they go to the shenanigans. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks cute. And from what I can tell is because I don't remember Cars 3 that well, but seemed like this isn't a part of that. It seems like this is either before or they're rewritten the cars, and I'm okay with that because 2 was garbage and 3 was better, but it still wasn't great.
I was about to ask if I have to like watch 2 and 3 in order to enjoy this.
I feel comfortable saying no.
Okay.
This doesn't seem to be a continuation of 3.
Did you do anything with your Lightning McQueen Crocs money?
Did you sell
Maybe.
the Lightning McQueen Crocs?
Yeah, I saw the Lightning McQueen Crocs. I got $350 for it.
Yeah.
A little less than $350.
What you doing with it?
Saving it for our big Disney trip.
I can demonstrate what I did with it.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
give me a
please
second
demonstrate. Will the viewers...
Probably the most appropriate thing.
He put it in a nice bottle that says Disney trip.
I mean, here's the thing, Craig. You're telling me like, oh, Richard, you need to go pay for Casca's Disney trip. I can't help him out. I only have 2 vacations that I can something. What is Casca doing with his microphone now? Okay.
You bought a keyboard?
Holy shit. It's like I'm back in Agrabah.
We're back in Agrabah, boys. I bought a keyboard.
Oh, okay.
So I played the most Arabian song I know.
Yeah. Okay, that's neat. That's cute. But
Do you
now
play
Craig's
the
not going to have
piano?
a...
What
Do
happened?
you play the piano?
I just started learning.
Did you just hear Craig?
Did you not hear me just play the piano? I gotta do it again?
No, I heard that. I didn't know.
Okay.
I can play the Zelda thing on the piano though. I don't say I can play the piano. But you're learning.
I can't.
You're learning.
It's been a week. It's been a week, Craig.
Okay, so you're learning.
I got that. I thought that was pretty good. You know.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
some might say that you're a cultured individual now, like the rest of us.
I don't. Okay, but
I didn't know the rest of us were cultured.
And Craig,
Certainly
me
not
and
you.
No. We're here. We have a fine eye and ear for the arts, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Now Casca's joining the club. About time. So, I don't know.
yeah. Why don't you break out your kazoo, Richard?
I don't have my kazoo
Let's
anywhere.
do a collab. Let's go.
The electric kazoo.
Let's get your electric kazoo out. Let's
I'll
go.
play the drums.
I don't know. I think it's back home.
We got
We're all cultured individuals
We
here.
got ourselves a band.
What's Craig playing?
Drums. I played
Oh,
Rock Band
okay.
Expert.
Oh, okay.
That's impressive. That's legit. See, I guess, yeah, I did play a lot of Rock Band keyboard, and that was fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I always wanted to learn, and now I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I could play that.
It's never too late to learn. That's, I
Clearly.
think, the big takeaway from this movie.
Yeah, Iago learned how to not be a dickhead,
And they killed Jafar.
and then he fucking murdered Jafar.
Wait, is
in
Jafar
the lava.
dead?
Straight up
Jafar
dead.
is dead.
When the,
yeah,
when
straight
the
up
lamp
killed him.
gets destroyed, the genie does.
Yeah, they iced that motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Well, the opposite of ice.
Now what do they do
Lava.
with their lives?
They wait for Aladdin's father to show up, I think. I don't know what the plot of the third movie is. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Is it- third
Aladdin...
one?
Yeah, Aladdin and the King of Thieves.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I remember I had toys from McDonald's for the movie, I think. I think that there was a McDonald's crossover
Oh,
event.
shit. Robin Williams came back for this one?
He did. I know that about this movie. Was this movie another direct-to-video thing? Because they're doing McDonald's
had
toys.
to be, I think.
Then how's it getting McDonald's toys?
That's the weird thing about it, though. Like, I don't know. Maybe, like, McDonald's was a little looser with their toys, or maybe it was just, like, an off-season. Because I also agree. Like, I don't know how they got direct-to-video toys.
That's weird.
I now want to see a McDonald's toy lineup just to see, the history there.
You want to see the entirety of McDonald's toy lineup?
Yeah. Like, maybe...
All right. I'm not
you know,
gonna
And they
stop
got the
you.
voice of Jasmine back, too?
That's good. That's big.
Wait, no, it says she
I-
did the voice in Return of Jafar.
That's a different person. There's no way it's the same Jasmine. I'll
Linda
fucking
Elizabeth
fight you on
Larkin.
this.
Okay.
1992 animated film Aladdin. She did Aladdin,
Okay.
she did Return of Jafar, and King of Thieves.
Why does she sound so bad in this?
I don't know. I thought it was
Maybe
the same
she had
voice too.
kids.
I thought she sounded awful. Like there's
What
no
is-
fucking
what
way
is her
that's
having
her.
kids gonna do to her voice?
She's screaming at them all the time.
I was gonna say maybe she popped up. She threw them up.
They came out the wrong hole. They got lost.
Yeah, like it was an accident. You never know what might happen during labor. It's very
She's
intense.
Piccolo, and she just fucking laid
Oh, I love
the
that.
egg.
Yeah,
For a second, I thought you meant she was actually the voice of Piccolo.
she might be. I don't know who
Maybe
the voice of
after
Piccolo.
yelling at her kids for so long, maybe she was.
There it is.
Oh, were we going to say how
man.
to improve this movie?
Don't make it.
Oh,
It's the same way you improve this podcast. You don't make it.
Oh, are we going to improve the podcast next? I think that the
I
only
hope
thing
to
we
God.
need to do to improve the podcast is find a better movie for us all to watch. And emphasis on watch.
I already said I wasn't going to watch any movie for this podcast anymore. There's no point.
I think next week we can find a good one, though.
No, we already have it planned. It's not a good one.
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring up the schedule. Or Craig, can you bring up the schedule?
For next
Here,
week?
okay. What?
For the week?
I
What are we
see
watching?
next week right now. Cadet Kelly. I think that's going to be a good one, and it's worth seeing.
I think we're watching Cadet Kelly for the next 3 weeks.
No, we're
Some
not.
schedule.
Guys, hold on. Did I actually write the... Okay, hold on. I'm going to redo the schedule, and I'm going to make sure we're all going to have a good time whenever we watch any of these movies.
According to this, we even watched it in May.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how good of a time we're going to have watching Cadet Kelly for the foreseeable future. Were you high when you wrote this fucking thing? What is wrong with you?
I don't know what I was doing. I was just trying to look at the dates, and maybe when I accidentally did a copy-paste to update the date, I took other things too.
He maybe has, like, when we do this, again, we get together, we discuss it, we plan for maybe the next month in advance at most, but it doesn't end. I keep scrolling down, Cadet Kelly keeps populating. This is so fucking weird.
He just saw that our girl CCR was in this. Said,
He got a little overzealous.
we gotta watch this for until the end of time.
I'm leaving. I'm not going to watch this. That's number one signing off. Good night and good bless.
I'm Craig Stewart. I'm leaving too.
I'm the third one, and I think this is probably the record for at least talking about movies. So congratulations, everyone involved. We did it!
A year of work for a 4-minute flight. Isn't that something?
We're all ready if you are, sir.
Well, let's go find out if this...
We got a breach in the perimeter.
Thank you. Buzz Lightyear mission log. After a full year of being marooned on this planet, our first test flight is a go. Let's get everyone home.
Good luck, Captain. We're all counting on you.
Roger that.
There's a star waiting in the sky.
Hello, Buzz. I am Socks, your personal companion robot.
We'd like to come and
We're being pursued by just a massive robot.
waiting in the sky.
That was utterly terrifying, and I regret having joined you. Buzz,
Let all the children begin.
I can provide sleep sounds if you like. I have several options. Summer night, ocean paradise, whale calls.
No. White noise is fine.
Very well.
Good night, Socks.
Good night, Buzz.